Hello, welcome back to another episode on Reality Check. I'm Jonathan Tames, and today we have a special guest, Israel Lopez.
Hey guys!
That was good. Sorry about that. In today's episode, we're diving into a very serious topic, which is the lack of restrictions on social media and how it affects underage users. YouTube kids, believe it or not, will be... YouTube kids, believe it or not, will be featured on today's episode. The amount of inappropriate content on today's platforms is wildly concerning, and we hope to spread awareness or at least spark the light on this conversation for families and creators out there. It's a tough conversation, but it is necessary to share. So let's get into it. First of all, I have noticed that many media apps are accessible without having to sign in. Parents don't need to verify the account nor get notified that their child has made an account. So it's really easy for kids to access platforms like YouTube, TikTok, or even Instagram. Have you noticed how easy it is to access these apps, especially for the younger users?
No, yeah, it's really scary how easily kids can get access to things that aren't even meant for them.
Yeah.
I'm always seeing younger kids on TikTok even though the app is clearly marketed as being for people 13 and older. There is no actual enforcement of these age limits that they... Shut up!
What?
They can just fake their own age at the sign-up page.
No, literally, it's true. Yeah, you can fake your age in the sign-up page. No verification needed. It's literally such a huge problem.
Oh, didn't the researchers Sonia Livingstone, Karjan Olfalson, and Elizabeth Startskred, sorry for the mispronunciation, guys. I really don't know how to pronounce these correctly. But didn't they say all that with the no verification needed and it became a huge problem?
Yeah, they would call out for urgent policy changes, to protect underage users because it's kind of gotten a little bit serious, you know?
Yeah, I completely understand. I've seen it myself with my own younger siblings and my younger cousins, the way that they're completely engulfed with the whole technology nowadays.
Yeah, it's really disturbing, especially content online that's not okay for kids, on platforms that they get on, YouTube, right? Very innocent, but recently there's been more and more inappropriate content slipping through. We're talking about videos that are made specifically for kids, but they over sexualize them, or even make toy reviews sexual and
No, yeah, I've noticed that too actually, but I've noticed that too on my own TikTok feed. I've seen I don't know if you guys know My Little Pony. I've seen the messed up versions and how it's all gory and how they all attack each other. Even I found that pretty scary because for a younger kid, I wouldn't really understand what they would feel. I feel they'd even be more freaked out seeing their favorite character being tormented and drawn as a very gory character, quoting eating other ponies.
And the worst part is these videos are getting through YouTube's system. YouTube never catches them or restricts them. So experts like Oglethorpe and Martin say that these rules are meant to protect kids. They're just not working, you know? And it means that kids are still seeing things that they shouldn't be seeing, and which is also very traumatizing, especially at their young age. And most of these times these the monetization system doesn't apply with these videos. They just get through.
Yeah, totally, because they don't even work most of the time. Like you said, they aren't protecting our kids, they aren't protecting our younger siblings. They completely see these videos and they don't even review them. They just let them upload and they just let the kids see them. And I find that a big problem, because what are our younger siblings and kids looking at nowadays? What are they doing? Do you think they're going to get these topics and try to do them to themselves or other people in the real world?
Yeah, since we're on the topic of this, basically exposure of these types of videos, let's talk about TikTok and Instagram. So these apps, they are always full of explicit content and just videos that aren't even flagged as inappropriate and just sitting there for a kid to watch.
Speaking of Instagram, oh my gosh, I've seen so many inappropriate videos. And imagine a little kid seeing someone getting hit by a car. Like, I know that's horrible to say on this podcast, but I have seen so many
No,
videos.
but it's true.
I've seen so many videos of people getting hit by cars, them losing bones, ligaments, and I've seen literally weapons, like guns. I just the other day, I know this is horrible to say on the podcast and horrible to say like in an audience, but I saw someone getting shot in the head. And Instagram saw that and literally let it upload even
Yes.
through all the blood being shown.
And I doubt there would be like a viewer.
Oh, just description?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but especially
yeah.
like with little kids, like they just watch whatever online and they like them. So like with that like, it just goes into the algorithm system and it keeps showing them videos related to that type of, you know, so which is more exposure onto the gore and
Yeah, it's crazy how much explicit content can slip through. And TikTok's algorithm. Exactly. In a video by Channel 3, an attorney actually talked about the social media platforms, how they often protect underage users'
no,
privacy.
you mean like to fail, like they fail to protect.
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot to say that. Which leads to the exploitation and unwanted exposure. Something like the sexual gore and very much unwanted seeing things.
Yep, which is very, very normalized on social media.
It really is sad because we were not really doing anything to protect our kids seeing these videos and pictures.
Yeah. Okay, now wait, let's talk about X, which is formerly known as Twitter.
I wonder why they
And
changed
Reddit.
it. I wonder why they changed it.
I know.
It was
Elon
such an
Musk.
icon. It was such an iconic name. Twitter, the blue bird.
Anyways, these platforms allow users to post literally anything without a filter. You could post whatever you want, no description or no user
Friendly.
like just nothing will be targeted, nothing will be flagged.
I know.
under
I see it constantly
warning.
under like the music section, especially. I don't know if you guys know K-pop. Like I've seen so many like nude or wanting like things like explicit to them, especially from celebrities that you don't even know, and seeing that as someone who's 19 years old, 20-year-olds in this class, like this podcast, like imagine these younger kids seeing this and they're like, oh wow, maybe they'll and see that as maybe they'll
yeah.
get that chance, and that's horrible.
Yes, and it just like messes up with little kids, especially like sexually, because they're not at like the age to like fully.
Like how we are, like how we're
Yes.
matured, or we know
Or-
the difference between right and
yes.
wrong, and that's horrible. Like there's no clear age restriction, and it's easy to come across graphic material, especially since you can post anything you want. Like, why can these little kids see these horrible images and post about these K-pop idols, but
It's
not
just,
even
like,
K-pop
a
idols?
complete lack of regulation.
Yeah, and it's a free-for-all. Like, it's so dangerous for young users just to browse and interact with online users, but you don't even need to sign into these applications to browse through their website.
Which is really concerning. Again,
I know, it's so scary.
Okay, now let's talk about something kind of scary.
Oh,
The black market.
oh my gosh. The black
Okay.
market completely, like,
Yes.
it's a free-for-all for anything. Like,
Yes.
I've seen so many TikTok videos, speaking of, like, the gory stuff, like, they literally take out organs and they sell them to other people, like, for millions of dollars, different prices. Like, I find that so scary, and I find that so, like, disturbing. Like, and I saw how easy it is for people to log into it and see these images.
Yeah, and especially like people who try to, like, if you go into a random website, you'll get like, first of all, you'll get hacked, but also
Yes.
those hackers will lead you into the black market or just like a very edgy website.
Yeah, it's a very, like, double whammy right there, because one, you got hacked, and two, you're seeing different images.
Yes, and a lot of hackers can also steal your information and sell it to the black market.
Like, you're already you're a victim to them.
Yes, it's such a serious issue.
And since we're old enough to stay away from these websites, like, these little kids, they don't even know, and they're getting into these websites into like, they're literally selling their lives away. Like, I don't know if, like, so many people realize this, but, like, a lot of these kids can go missing from interacting with online users. Like, I saw a movie one time, or a clip of it on TikTok, Sorry guys, I see a lot of TikTok. Where these teenage girls, they were emailing this guy who was said to be the same age as them, and when they went to meet with them, what happened? They
I
got
think it
killed.
was also like a TV show, like
Yeah.
like it was like Catching Predators. And
Yeah.
it's just like, you know, that's already like you could just fake anything on social media, especially these little kids, like contacting a grown adult.
Speaking of like grown adults, but like not really, but we're talking about like kids, I guess, talking to other kids. Have you seen or talked about the Blue Whale Challenge?
Oh yes,
Oh my
that was
gosh.
such a concern.
I know, it was such a big, like, I guess, trend, as you can
Yes.
say it, against these little kids.
And also really affected like our media, like, you know,
As a
since
whole.
we grew up with like social media, we never like really had thought about like challenges like these going around.
But, no, speaking of, like, the Blue Whale, didn't you hear that the kid who killed himself because of it?
Oh yeah, because of AI, right?
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. There was a little kid who had recently committed suicide due to his AI lover not telling him that it's best for him to, you know, pass away in order to be with him.
Or that AI character girlfriend, whatever, literally told him to what? Kill himself?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Which very very off topic, but also very into the media, like, you know, aspect of it. But it's just very like social media is very dangerous for little kids, especially him being an underage teen. I think he was around.
But not just for
Don't
them,
quote me,
us
12.
in general. Like, you won't believe how like gullible young adults are. Like, including
Yes.
myself. Like, I usually see like free, like, oh, click this link and you'll get a free thing.
And it looks so real too.
Yeah, but then I realized, wait, if I'm not getting this, what makes you think the next person next to me will also click on it and actually get their credit card, their social security? I'm sorry, guys.
Yes, that would be super scary. Okay, special guest Eileen Katika. Woo!
Welcome back. Welcome
Hi
to the pod.
guys. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you. It's time for the Q&A.
Woo! Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so have you guys ever come across any violent or explicit content on platforms meant for children, like YouTube or even YouTube Kids?
Yes. Yes. You remember, Janelle, when we were all about One Direction. You had told me
Yes.
about a video that you came across as a child, really, about...
Was it
or
like
do you
One
wanna
Direction?
continue it?
Wasn't One Direction like what? Like
It was like a self.
preteen girls?
Yeah,
Like,
yes. This was when I was about 7 years old. I was
Ooh.
on YouTube, and I had come across a fan-made music video, but I wasn't really aware of it at the time.
What?
But yeah, and
Wait, so like you're saying like someone actually got clips and
no,
fan made it?
yeah, but it was
no,
like no. It was like
Or was it like type
Wait,
fan
wait,
fiction
wait.
type?
No, listen.
it was like clips of like
Die-hard fans?
Yeah, diehard
Ooh.
fans committing suicide.
What?
Yes.
And it was a song Diana by One Direction in the background. So it was like a fan made music video, but there was like actual
Suicide.
like
Yeah.
suicide. And when I was little, of course I didn't know what suicide was. I didn't really know, and so I don't know. It kind of just like
That's a hard
stayed
topic.
with me. Yes.
Sorry, I was never really into One Direction, so I really wouldn't know about this fan made like music video, especially about suicide. That's horrible, especially as a young girl and
But
like
it just goes to show that nobody is paying attention to what anybody does. And that's really bad.
speaking of like no attention. As a child, I never really had attention. My parents trusted me.
Okay, enough
Oh,
of that.
sorry, guys.
Okay, so how does this content affect the mental and emotional development of the children, in your opinion?
Okay, I feel like this could... I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this.
No, it's fine. You can. This is
You
your
know
podcast.
how there's a lot of porn on every platform?
Yes.
And you know how a child is very easily susceptible to falling into that, like starting to view it, and then it becomes like an addiction, and then they grow up to like need it every single day.
Yes. Or just
And then,
hypersexual.
yes,
like,
and then if
like,
they
you
don't
know?
have it, you could see their change in their mentality and like their mood. It's like very bad. I think that is
Yes.
one thing that has completely stood out to me.
Have you
Yes.
seen like speaking of that? Have you seen someone like I guess act upon it like during college, like
Or like
Maybe. I mean, there are people who go through it, you know.
Yeah, but
Okay. Next question. Okay, how do these platforms contribute to the spread of harmful content or hate speech?
They contribute to the harmful content and hate speech because, like, speaking of like hate speeches, I feel like they have no remorse for another individual. I guess that's how I see it, and I feel like if they continued indulging in this information, these videos and pictures, one, they're not gonna care about their own classmates, their own friends, and they're just gonna do whatever they want to them and not feel any, I guess, pity for them. Like they're just gonna do whatever. Yeah, remorse. I'm sorry, I couldn't find the word. Sorry.
you're so good.
And I find that really, really horrible because they have no morals. In the end, they have no morals. So, I guess that's it for my question.
Yes, and I totally agree with that. Like, yeah, it's very serious. Like, even though like it's just like a social media platform on your phone, you know, like you don't really like look too deep into it. A lot of parents just like give their phones to their kids just to distract them, but they don't really know the consequences they can put that kid through, or like even the parents, you know, like their own.
I agree with that.
Yes.
You, Eileen?
I 100% agree, and I think parents and
Guardians.
you should all pay more attention to what your child is doing. You should be more involved.
Yes.
In the screen time.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was my last question. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in today's episode, which was lack of restrictions on social media. Thank you, Eileen and Israel,
You're
for
so
joining
welcome.
me.
Yes, it was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so
girl.
much, and shedding the light onto this serious issue. It was amazing having you here. Also, parents, do not forget to always monitor your kids' social media intake. Prevention is key. Remember that. Harm can be done if there is no moderation. Okay, well, see you guys next time. Bye. The majority of respondents joined social media between the ages of 13 through 16, which was 43.9%, followed by the ages 7 through 12, which was 37%. Using social media without parental knowledge, 62.2% of participants did not use social media without their parental knowledge or permission when they were underage. Age verification on platforms, 64.6% of respondents never had to verify their age on platforms like Instagram, YouTube, X, Reddit, and Snapchat. And the awareness of age restrictions, 59.8% of respondents were not aware of age restrictions when they first started social media.